We're going to revisit on this slide the whole food vitamin C from buckwheat, just to give us a little bit better understanding about what a vitamin C complex is. If you notice here, the ascorbic acid is a very small percentage of the overall complex and is actually considered an antioxidant since it protects the complex from oxidative damage. It is the outer layer. What's inside is the rest of what goes on with the whole food vitamin C. We have the tyrosinase from copper, we have scorbigen, bioflavonoid complexes, P, K, and J factors. All of this is an important part of a whole food vitamin C. If we just look at vitamin K for just a moment, it is fat soluble and it's required for blood coagulation and in metabolic pathways in the bone and other connective tissues. Just looking at this K factor, if you are taking ascorbic acid that's isolated and pulled out or made in a lab somewhere where it's created with a corn syrup and an acid, you are missing all of these other components which make up vitamin C that you could actually get from the food buckwheat. Now take a look at the vitamin E complex that we can get from wheat germ oil. Now remember back when we were looking at the label that was showing us synthetic or isolates, all it had was the D-alpha tocopherol. This is just one part of the vitamin E complex. And again, some of the studies are showing increased risk associated with using these isolate versions. Now, why is that? Well, look at everything else that would be missing. The delta, the gamma, the beta. We have all the constituents around the selenium, the vitamin E2 that promotes the oxygen carrying capacity of the blood. All of this pulled together makes a true vitamin E complex. But without it, the body will go in search to try to make it something real, something whole. This is where you get the overall depletion. But it's very, very interesting for you to see this as it is right now and understand what your clients are out there purchasing and why they are not getting their needs met. Our final example will be vitamin B complex that we can get from brewer's yeast. Just kind of pointing out a couple things that we see this. So first of all, you see B1, B2, B5, B6, B7, B9, and then also chromium and selenium are a big part of the vitamin B complex that we get in brewer's yeast. Let's talk about it a little bit. So B6, it's water-soluble component. It's been used to support amino acid metabolism and for the release of glucose from glycogen. Then we have chromium in the center here. Now chromium is also really important for glucose metabolism and oftentimes is depleted in our type 2 diabetic population. And B2, just to pull out another one here, also called riboflavin, is used in energy metabolism. But that's the difference. If we have brewer's yeast, here we have all these B vitamins coexisting together, because while we might talk about the function of B6 or B2, what we do know is they work best when they're all together. They need all the B vitamins in a complex to work effectively in our body and in our system.